Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Stephanie's Lerlin. I'm Stephanie and welcome to a reading vlog. I haven't filmed a video in quite some time, quite a long time, I won't lie, but I wanted to record a reading vlog because I'm actually reading 2 books right now and I think I've gotten back into my grind of reading books again. Touch wood, let's not jinx it, because I was in a really bad reading slump. And then I picked up a book and it got me a bit. So we love that for me. I'm just going to go right into it. I don't know how long this reading vlog is going to go on for. It's March 13th right now and it's 1:45 in the day. Today's Sunday and I'm planning on trying as best as I can to record some clips during the week of whatever I'm reading. As I've said in my previous videos, I am in school and it's very stressful and I have a lot of study to do. So I mightn't get to read or update this vlog very frequently. But the reason I'm starting it is because next week is St. Patrick's weekend and we actually have a good few days off of school for it. So that's good and hopefully I'll get to read more and then obviously update the vlog more. So yes, I hope you enjoy and thank you for sticking around if you have, considering my lack of uploads lately, but I'm trying my best. Anyways, let's just get into the TBR of this video. I am in the middle of 2 books, like I said. Very different books. Let's talk about this one first. This is If We Were Villains by M.L Rio. I've spoken about this book before, I think. I have read this once before, so it is a reread for me, but I read it on my iPad as an ebook, but it quickly became one of my favorite books, so I of course had to get it for Christmas. And I'm also annotating it, but as you might notice, I have no tabs in it and I'm actually loving the way I'm annotating this. So I don't know if any of you will care, but I'm going to explain anyway. If you haven't seen my annotations video, you should go watch that. But usually I use very colourful tabs. I don't have a book beside me now, that is an example, but I clearly don't have any colour tabs in this. However, I am annotating it and I'm annotating it by colour as well. The reason why I didn't want to use tabs is because this to me feels like a really elegant, mysterious book, which it is. And I wanted my annotations to be really elegant and mysterious because, you know, main character energy. So the way I'm annotating this is literally just colour coordinating and just writing in the margins and underlining things. So I have 4 colours that I'm using. So there's orange, which is just for my favourite quotes. Then black, which I underline every single Shakespeare reference that is in this book, which is quite a lot as you would assume, or else any other extra thoughts I have. Blue is for Oliver and James, my 2 favourite characters. And then green is for things / lines / interactions I love. The way I am kind of annotating it in is just underlining, like you can see. And also I'm using, I don't want to show this for too long because I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm also using post-its to just write extra thoughts. Usually I literally just write them all in the margins. Like there has been somewhere just write everything in the margins, but I just like that I had so much space where I could just ramble on. So that's what I did. What is this book about, you may ask? This book is about a group of friends who are college students and they're in a theatre college and it's quite cultish. So it's very much intense, dramatic actors, essentially. Basically, one of the lads in the group of friends ends up dying and we follow Oliver. It's narrated by Oliver, or it's in his kind of perspective, who is a member of the group, and he actually is the one that's convicted of the murder. So, as you can expect, sounds dramatic, sounds high stakes, which it is, and we follow Oliver in flashbacks from now when he's retelling the story to a detective, and then. So it's very much, we're living in the moment. I love it so much, and like I said, it's a reread. I give this 5 stars because it's one of my favorite books. So good, so intense, so poetic, so just main character energy, so dramatic, and I live for it. It's so good. And I'm using my Song of Achilles bookmark that one of my besties got me. It's stunning. I don't even know who designed it though, because I think she got it off of Redbubble, or else Etsy, one of those. But yes, how stunning. Anyways, that was a lot of talk for one book. And the next book I'm reading, you might be surprised because as my bestie M at Perfect Paperback said, and it's a great way to describe this book, it is a big brain book. And usually that is not my way to go. Like, I don't read big brain books. I read some nice, fun fantasy romance or dark academia. But recently, I read a book that I am obsessed with, absolutely obsessed with, like top tier on the list of one of the best books I've read. And I'm so excited to read the other books in the series. But that book is Gideon the Ninth by Tamzin Muir. I don't really know how to say her name. But I got that book for Christmas and I read it the other day. And when I tell you, I'm obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Let's not have a whole spiel about Gideon the Ninth because I will ramble on forever. But basically, after reading that book, I'm pretty certain that book is like adult fantasy, sci-fi kind of thing. Oh my god, that book was phenomenal. And I was like, oh, is adult fantasy my new thing? Am I a big brain book type of person now? Suffice to say, probably not. Because I picked up the first book in the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson, The Final Empire. And if you know me or have watched some of my videos, you know this isn't my usual type of book. But I got it for Christmas because I've heard so much about it and I've heard that it's a great introduction to adult fantasy and it's a good place to start. And that might be right. And maybe it's just my taste. But currently, I am just about halfway through. I'm on page 310. I won't lie, I'm bored. I am quite bored. I am determined to finish it though, just because I want to fully try out Brandon Sanderson and know if I like him or not. But as it stands right now, I'm not vibing. It's not that the story is bad or anything. The whole magic system and the plot and the political intrigue is so interesting. Like, so interesting. It's class. But the, like, actual characters are fairly boring. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to keep reading these two. And I'll update you all on what I decide to read. So, yeah. I finished If You're Villains and I am heartbroken and dead inside. It is 7 o'clock on Sunday night. But yeah, I did just finish If You're Villains and I forgot how painful the ending of this book is. Like, it is actually gut-wrenching. But if you've read this book, you might know that there is a fan fiction for the events of the end of this book and for after the end of this book. And it makes the ending much better. And I am taking that as gospel and the ending of this is not true. And the last line proves that. Okay? Oh, I'm so glad I reread this book because I love rereading books that I love because it just reminds me of all the little bits of information. And especially I just love rereading books in general because I notice the things that I didn't notice the first time around, and especially in one of these type of books where the author is so meticulous about every single piece of writing she puts in the book or they put in the book. And masterpiece, absolutely stunning. And I just really enjoyed annotating this because it was so fun and I love not putting tabs and they're just like randomly there and I don't know where they are. So that's really fun. I have not picked up Mistborn at all today because I just got engrossed in this. Actually, that's a lie. I think I read like 2 chapters, but I haven't picked it up in a while because I was finishing this. But I'm glad I finished this because that means now, instead of doing what a normal person would do and finish the book they are halfway through, I want to start a new one because this, like I've mentioned in this vlog already, is a big brain book and I need a bit of reprieve from it, but I do want to finish it, so I need to work my way through it and start. I want to pick up another book. I have gotten a few recently that I'm very excited to read, and like I said, I think I mentioned in this vlog, but I've been trying to get through all the books that I got for Christmas. I have a very extensive physical TBR right now, and I have a lot of books to get through, and I just keep rereading books. Like, I need to calm down. I'm gonna go grab some that I've been thinking of reading. Okay, I have 3 books here that I've been wanting to read recently. So the first one is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. It's the second book in the Infernal Devices series, and if you have seen my vlog for it, a spoilery filled reading vlog reading the first book in this series, which is Clockwork Angel. That was my first time reading a Cassandra Clare book and I loved it. So good. But the only thing is, if I pick this up, I plan on doing a dedicated reading vlog for it. So that probably isn't an option for right now, but I wanted to mention anyways because I keep seeing tweets and just pictures of fan art from this series, and I've gotten spoiled for a major thing that happens, I'm pretty sure, in the last book, and it's like the biggest plot twist, and I was pure fuming about it. So I need to pick it up soon because I'm gonna get more spoiled if I do not read it. The next 2 books I actually bought a few days ago and I hauled them on my Instagram story. So if you want to follow my Instagram, again, you should, because I'm very active on there. The first one is Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow, and I've heard about this book a few times and it's been on my TBR for a little while, but recently I finished watching the new season of Euphoria, like many people, and was kind of in withdrawals from it because there was no new episodes. And I saw TikTok that was recommending a bunch of books for people like me who were missing Euphoria and wanting more Euphoria vibes. So I saw this on that list, and as you can probably tell, it is quite a heavy book, and there is trigger warnings at the start of the book, which I really appreciate, and they are quite extensive. I don't know if it's going to be the right choice right now. We shall see. I'm going to read you the synopsis. You can spot the girls who have it easy, and then there's me. Charlotte Davis is in pieces. At 17, she's already lost more than most people do in a lifetime, but she's learned how to forget. The broken glass washes away the sorrow until there's nothing but calm. You don't have to think about your father and the river, your best friend who is gone forever, or your mother who has nothing left to give you. A deeply moving portrait of a girl in a world that owes her nothing, yet has taken so much, and her long journey back from the edge. So it sounds very good, but also very heavy. And if you don't know, if you haven't watched my videos, I am a very empathetic reader. Is that the right word? I don't know. But when I read books, I very much take on the problems of the character and feel their pain. Maybe I should think more about this. But anyways, that is an option. And then the last option is a book I have heard so much about, and I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother knows about it. And I originally didn't really want to read, but I know that there's a TV show coming out for it, so I wanted to read it before the TV show. It is Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. I have read Normal People by Sally Rooney and also watched the TV show, and I have read Normal People I think twice. Well, technically only once, but like I reread it but kind of stopped halfway through. So technically only once. The first time I read it was when the TV show came out and there was so much hype surrounding the book. And I really liked a lot of aspects of the book. The only thing that I didn't like was the ending and the fact that Sally Rooney has some vendetta against speech marks. Like, oh my god, absolutely drove me up the wall. Like, actually made me insane. It was fairly annoying to read, and I know that in this book it is the exact same, so we shall see how I feel about it. But it sounds good, it sounds interesting, it has an interesting concept, and the TV show sounds so good. And obviously I want to watch the TV show. Like I meant to mention, but I was obsessed with the TV show for normal people. Like, oh my god, so good. Such a good portrayal of Irish people and Irish teenagers. So yeah, hopefully I'll like this. I think the one I'm leaning more towards is Conversations with Friends, just because it's so short. I doubt my mind will change, to be quite honest, because I don't see any other books on my shelves that I feel like picking up. There is one book, but it is an absolute mammoth as well, and I can't start reading that when I'm already reading a high fantasy, and that is The Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm dying to read that book, but that is for another day. Anyways, I'm gonna go now because I've been talking for literally 7 minutes and it's getting late and I have stuff to do before I go to bed, and I want to start this before I go to bed. Hopefully the lack of speech marks won't drive me too crazy, but I mean, probably will. Let's not lie here. Oh, I didn't even tell you what it's about. Let me do that briefly. So it says, Frances is 21 years old, cool-headed and observant, a student in Dublin and an aspiring writer. At night, she performs spoken word with her best friend Bobby, who used to be her girlfriend. When they are interviewed and then befriended by Melissa, a well-known journalist who is married to Nick, an actor, they enter into a world of beautiful houses, ranches, I don't know how to say that word, dinner parties, and holidays in Brittany? I also do not know that place. But when Frances and Nick get unexpectedly closer, the sharply witty and emotion-averse Frances is forced to honestly confront her own vulnerabilities for the first time. Why did I struggle so much reading that? Rip. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'll probably start this soon. I probably won't update you until tomorrow after school, that is, if I even get a chance to read. So yes, goodbye for now. Hey besties, it's Monday. You're on a very precarious angle right now, so you could very well fall. But I have a few little reading updates. I'm going to start with the one that I don't have to talk much about. I read a bit more of The Final Empire today, and when I say I read a little more, I think I read a total of 10 pages, because this is boring as shit. There's no other way to describe it. Like, it's just boring. And I looked up reviews because I was like, oh my god, I need something to motivate me to read the end of this book, to know at least something goes good. And also I kind of wanted to see if anyone was saying it was boring as well, but most of them were saying it wasn't, that it was a bit slow, but I think that's kind of granted for a adult fantasy series, and maybe I'm just not at that level yet. They did say that there was a huge plot twist at the very end, and that's kind of why I kept reading. But honestly, at this rate, very close to DNFing it. It's just so boring. Anyways, let's not talk about that anymore. I did, however, start reading a very interesting book last night, and that was, as you might have seen, Conversations with Friends. As you can tell, I've already tabbed it up significantly, and I read a total of 80 pages on the dot last night after I left off. I'm on chapter 10, and I don't know what Sally Rooney puts in her books, but it is severely addictive. I think I was mentioning earlier, I wasn't expecting much out of this book. I wasn't expecting to like it, because Normal People I enjoyed but didn't love. But now reading this, I'm reminded of all the things I loved from Normal People. But yeah, Sally Rooney, like, considering as well this was a debut, I'm sorry, but Sally Rooney is just such an incredible writer when it comes to writing about the human experience and human interactions and human reactions, no matter how controversial they are, because she writes about the things that people don't say out loud. Not in the general term of things, but like, for example, she writes about these two characters, Bobby and Frances, the best friends in this book, and she writes about their friendship in such an interesting way, because she makes it known that this friendship, although it's unconditional and they love each other so much and they are loyal to each other and they like each other as people, she still acknowledges the fact that there's a little bit of a power play in between them, and they're trying to one up and impress each other
a lot of the time. And she doesn't shy away from the more self-indulgent side of friendships and relationships. Very interesting. I literally was up all night thinking about this, not knowing how it was gonna play out, because obviously, you know, secrets will be unveiled more than likely. So I don't know, very interesting. I would have loved to just sit down and read this all yesterday. I wish I had started the day with this rather than reading this boring ass book. But I mean, I'm going to go and read more of this. I do sadly have to study, but I will be reading this right after. Sorry about the glare in my glasses. Like, at this point, is there even a point me saying sorry for the glare in my glasses? Because there's always going to be glare in my glasses, because I could take them off, but I genuinely won't be able to see myself. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. And I would love to finish it maybe tonight. That is probably a feat, though. I don't know if I could do that, because it's 300 pages and I'm obviously only almost 100 pages in. But I was only reading for 2 hours last night, I think, around, and I got 8 pages in. So you never know. You never know. I could finish it by tonight, but probably not. I'll probably finish it maybe tomorrow. And I kind of just wish I was done this book. I don't know if there's any point me continuing, considering I'm halfway through and it's still boring as a piece of sand. I don't know if that was so dumb, but it's so boring. I'm gonna go, and I'll chat to you all later if I have any more thoughts about this, because I'm most definitely reading this and not this.
Hello everyone.
Absolutely not.
It is currently Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. I'm finally updating this vlog today. I wanted to update it earlier multiple times, but I just didn't. I can't even speak, I'm so tired. I didn't get to. But I have finished Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. Also, we're going to ignore this because it is 9 o'clock at night, like I just said. I just finished this like 5 minutes ago and then wrote my little review in my book journal. And I wanted to talk about it because I have some thoughts. First off, I want to say that I rated this 3.5 stars. Usually I don't rate books like 0.5s and 0.75s and stuff. I felt like this one deserved a 3.5 stars because it wasn't 5 stars. Definitely not. I didn't have that vibes. But it was almost 4 stars because I did really enjoy it. But also, I was just thinking about other books I've rated 4 stars and it's not really at that level. But I did love it a lot. As you can tell, I have annotated quite a bit. And it was mostly just lines that I thought were really beautiful or else really spoke to me. I think when I last updated you, I was on page 80 and I was talking about how talented Sally Rooney is as a writer in regards to how she writes about human existence and just human feelings and emotions. And all that is still so true, and I agree totally with what I said. She has some skill with words. Like, she is insane at writing in such a vulnerable and raw and honest way. It's actually kind of scary. I originally, going into this and while I was reading it, didn't really have much of an opinion on the plot. So the basis of this story is, if you didn't guess, and it's kind of told in the first few pages, it is about an affair and infidelity. And I have never read a story like that before, so I was kind of skeptical about my opinions and how I would feel about this book when I was reading it. But it actually, the way it was written made me sympathize and empathize with every single character in this book, every single one. But also at the same time, in certain moments in the book, I despised them and I thought they were ridiculous and so bad and acting so horribly. But I think that just goes to show that Sally Rooney is just such an incredible writer, that she can write characters in such a wide way. I don't know how to explain it, like that she can write characters so detailed, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm too tired to make words. Another thing I want to say about Sally Rooney's writing style is that sometimes it's just so cutthroatingly honest and it makes you feel almost attacked and like reprimanded while you're reading it. But then in other moments it makes you feel comforted and it makes you feel like you've been accepted and soothed in a way. It's really hard for me to explain. But yeah, and I also adored the ending of this. I think the way it left off was very unexpected. I wasn't expecting it at all. I really was dreading the end of this book because I thought it was going to go very bad and I was worried. But I really liked the way it ended, and I think it really reflected the continuity and the constant change that comes with life. I thought it was very well done. And I'm very, very excited to watch the show because I'm so intrigued to see how this is going to play out and how all the different characters are going to be distinguished from each other, because a lot of them are similar in a lot of ways. But also another thing I noticed while reading this book, I can't remember if I noticed it when reading Normal People. I feel like it probably didn't have the same amount of it because Normal People was such a love story and it was in between two characters mostly, whereas this one is kind of an exploration of love and love's limits, and there's 4 main characters in it. But in this one, Sally Rooney doesn't really describe the appearance of her characters like at all, except for when they're introduced to the story at the start of the book. I don't think anyways, or else I didn't pick up on it as much. Like appearances are referenced here and there, but not as much as you would think, especially in such a character-driven book. And I feel like she does that to make her readers create their own opinion and image of the way they think the characters should look based on their actions and their thought process and their opinions. And I think that's so creative and such an interesting way to create a character and to give them more depth. But yes, very excited about this. I hope I haven't forgotten anything I wanted to say, but yes, this was very good and I'm very glad I read it. And then this book, Besties. I have made a decision about this book. I saw a tweet the other day and it said, that book you don't like right now, that's boring, you're forcing yourself through, DNF it. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to DNF it. I am halfway through. I think I'm 58% of the way through or 53. And I'm just not feeling it. So I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to make myself read something I don't enjoy. And like the tweet said, what is the point in spending energy on something you don't enjoy? Like, reading is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a hobby. So why am I forcing myself to read something I don't like? So yeah, I'm kind of sad because I did want to finish it just to say I'd read a Brandon Sanderson book. I won't lie to you. But it is so incredibly boring to me. That is just my opinion. It may be a good book, but very boring to me. So I'm going to DNF it. I don't know what book I'll pick up next, to be honest. I'm really tired right now, so I probably won't pick anything up tonight. And I'm going to a party tomorrow, so I won't get to read at all tomorrow. But I do have a long weekend, like I said earlier in this vlog, where I have time off. I do have to do some study, but hopefully I'll get time to read. I'm gonna go now, stop rambling because I've been talking for so long. But yes, I will talk to you all the day after tomorrow. Then next time.
Hey besties, it's 7 o'clock on Thursday, St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day. Late St. Patrick's Day, whenever you're watching this. Today I went to the St. Patrick's Day parade in town and it was lovely. We actually missed it. We arrived and it was just finished, but that was fine. The place was so packed. Then we got some food and went to our local pub and had a few games of pool and darts, and it was lovely. And now I'm ready to relax and read. I'm also very tired and I have a headache, so who knows how much reading is going to get done. But to update on what I started reading last night, I think the last time I updated you was yesterday. Maybe it was in the morning time. I don't know when I last updated you, to be honest, but I ended up picking up Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. I know earlier in this vlog I was thinking about reading this and I decided against it, and I might put this down and pick up
it again at a later time. I don't know yet, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll keep going with it. But either way, I literally only read 18 pages. Not a lot, but I did annotate one thing, and I feel like this book is going to be really impactful and I'll really appreciate it, and there will be a lot of quotes in it that I will mark, or lines in it that I'll resonate to. So I am very excited to continue reading this. I just need to make sure I'm in the right headspace to read it. And that should be a reminder to everyone who's watching that if you're reading a book and you're maybe a little bit iffy about if now is the right time for you to read it, if you're in the right mental space, if you're feeling good enough to read a certain heavy book, make sure you think about it. Make sure you evaluate your current state and well-being and put yourself first, because the book is always going to be there. You will read it eventually if you really want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. There's so many books out there. That is that. And I also ended up earlier on today downloading The Weight of the Stars, I think that's what it's called, by Kay Ancrum. And I'm planning on continuing with that. It's pretty short. I think it's 400 pages on my phone ebook. Kay Ancrum is the author of The Wicker King, which is one of my favorite books that I actually recently reread, but I don't think I mentioned my reread on my channel because I wasn't really filming videos. Yes, so I'm so excited to read that because so far so good. I think I'm only 5 or 10 pages into it, but I've heard that it's phenomenal. And also there was a reference to the characters from The Wicker King in it. When I tell you, I almost cried with the way they were referenced. Like, oh my god. But yeah, I'm really excited to keep going with that and keep reading it. But yes, I also just randomly got the urge a few minutes ago that I wanted to reorganize my bookshelves. That is probably not a good idea considering I'm very tired right now, so I probably shouldn't do that right now. And I probably won't, but I'm getting the feeling, so I might do it in the next couple of days because like I said in this vlog, have a couple of days off. So I might do it then. But I'm not going to include it in this vlog. I'm going to record it as a separate video. But I think I'm going to record it in more vlog style, like the way I did my one at Christmas. But then again, I don't know. Should I? Because I did just upload a bookshelf reorganization. Maybe I should just include it in this vlog. But this vlog is already so long. Make myself a cup of tea and start reading. I don't know what I'll read, to be honest. I think I might read this just because it's physical, and I already have a headache, so I don't want to be looking at my phone. So yes, I'm gonna go, but I will talk to you all in a bit. Oh my god. So I just was rewatching back that clip that I just filmed, just to make sure I was in frame and everything, because I had no glasses on and my phone was far away so I couldn't see my face, you know. And I realised that I said that I thought I last updated you yesterday, either in the day or else in the night time, and that I started my book last night. That was a lie. I mentioned earlier in this vlog that I was going to an 18th party last night, which I did. And I also had school yesterday, so I went to school. Like, this tells you how tired I am. I went to school and then went to that party and obviously didn't get to read it all in that time. So it was Tuesday night that I started Girl in Pieces. But today I did start The Weight of Stars. So yeah, just to clear that up. Anyways, I'm gonna go and maybe get myself a cup of tea so it wakes me up a bit, because oh my god, how did I make a mistake like that? I just literally erased a full day in my head. It's Friday and it's 5:25 and I am going to conclude the vlog because I was just editing it and I have it all the way edited up until last night. And it is 34 minutes long, so I'm gonna do a quick little outro and then end the vlog. So last night, after I updated you, I just continued reading the tiniest bit of Girl in Pieces, and I think now I'm on page 50 around, and I probably will continue reading that, but probably in slow increments, because like I said, it is quite heavy and I don't think it's the best thing for me to read it all at once. So I'm going to read it at the same time as me reading The Weight of the Stars, or The Weight of Stars, whatever it's called, by Kay Ancrum.
and that I haven't made much progress in. I think I'm still about 20 pages into it, so I'm going to alternate between those two. And today all I've done is I've edited this vlog, and I also recorded a bookshelf reorganization, so that should be up on my channel soon. That's the end of this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!